Hello, listeners, and welcome to another episode of Bones of the Story. Today, Jen and I are going to be developing our new scale. And just as a friendly reminder, last season we were discussing a book. I couldn't tell you which book it was. It was one of the books. And as we were talking about our ranking and like the darkness and the spicy and the overall, we realized that we need a new category. We've been throwing a lot of the character development, the plot, the story structure, all that good stuff in the overall ranking, which normally the overall ranking is supposed to be like our feels of it. And yes, that all plays a part of it. But we thought it would be really cool to add a new one. And so this episode is going to be us developing it. And for those who have been following us, you know that we don't really ever plan anything out. So this is us planning the new scale. You get to be a part of this process. So here we go. Yeah, okay.
I think it was 24690.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure because I remember us conversing about it, and I said something along the lines of I ranked it. I can't remember what I ranked it at the time, but like I ranked it because I kept reading it and I wanted to finish it. I gave it like a 3 or 4 stars because I felt like the story was really well done. Like I felt like the character development was well done, the plot development was well done. But because of the content within the story, I wanted to give it like a 1.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how
No,
this all came about.
I think you're right. I think you're right because we were struck. Yes. See, Jen, your brilliance. It just amazes me.
Thanks.
You're welcome, love. For those out listening, make sure you surround yourself with people smarter than you. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, stop. I'm not smarter than you.
I don't know. I feel like you are. Okay, so content. I kind of like that. I'm going to be writing and taking notes as we talk about this. Okay. I mean, obviously there's a transcript and it's being recorded, but sometimes taking notes helps for me anyways. Content. I actually kind of like that even as the scale name, because I was thinking like story structure, but I think content kind of, and we can define what content is, right? So we can define content as character development, plot.
Yeah.
And do you think we need a third one for this, or character development, plot? Maybe just development of the character, development of the story.
Yeah, like story development.
Yeah, so development, story development, story structure, that could kind of fall into place instead of plot. Is structure and development the same thing?
I don't know. I wouldn't think so.
Well, this is our scale. We can make the rules. They are different.
Truth.
What else do you think content should be about? So we have the darkness scale for the dark elements. We have the spicy for the steamy. When we are talking about our overall, what else do we consider? Because I think overall should be, the overall rank should now be just how we're ranking it on our feels.
I see.
That it should be on the feels. And I think content should be everything else.
I like it. Yeah, okay, I think that makes sense. Okay. So then we would have like the spicy scale, how dark it was, the content. So then when we're ranking the content, I think it needs to be based on like how we felt the story, how well the story was written, how well the characters were developed, how well the plot was developed, that kind of thing. I think, and then overall ranking is our personal feelings on it.
Yes. Okay.
Like it. I love it.
Do we need to define these 3 subcategories of content? The writing, the plot, and the story? Or are we just going to use general definitions?
I think general is okay. Oh, she does not like that at all.
No. I was just thinking this is a very short episode. We've been pretty agreeable on everything so far. Just like, well, okay.
That's
Let's
funny.
let's play this out, okay? We've just read this book. We gave it a darkness. We gave it spicy. Okay, content. So let's rank content. What are you thinking, Jen?
For what book?
This imaginary book that we just read. Do you want me to pick one? Will that be better?
Yeah, because I'm so lost.
So we're role playing
Okay.
how this would play out, how the conversation would go to make sure if we need to
Okay.
to add
Okay.
anything or change anything.
Yeah, so you still have to give me a specific book.
Okay. No. I'm trying to think one that you would potentially remember. And should we do one that we've already done on the podcast, or should we do a different one?
I'm gonna take one on the podcast just to make it easy.
Okay. Because didn't we say we were also going to go back and re-rank everything with this new scale?
No.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Oh my God, Misty.
I knew you loved me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just start with the first one. Well, yeah, let's just start with the first one, Butcher and Blackbird. Let me pull up our rankings on what we had for that.
I love Butcher and Blackbird so much.
I know, it was such a great book. For those listening, you don't
I
have
might
to read
have
the
to
other
reread
two.
it now.
That's saying something.
I liked the other two. Not as much as Butcher and Blackbird, but I enjoyed them.
Okay, so for Butcher and Blackbird, when we did the new darkness scale, we gave it a 3.5. When we did the new spicy scale, we gave it a 3. And both of our overalls were a 5. I think this is not a good one to do. So content, we're thinking about content. How was the writing? How was the plot? How was the story? What would we give that rank? I guess we might as well just jump right in. This is what we're doing. We're jumping in. Are we lost? Are we thinking?
I don't know. The content of Butcher and Blackbird?
Uh-huh.
It was amazing.
Okay. So we give it a 5?
Yeah, 5 out of 5. I love that book. I loved everything about that book, except I still can't eat orzo pasta.
Really?
Yeah, I maggots freak me out. So now that's all I think about when I look at orzo pasta.
That's sad.
Not that I ate a whole lot of it anyway, but...
So the next one is The Sinner's Duet. How would we do the content
another one
on
I
that?
should reread.
So for the darkness, and I'm just going off the new scale, not the old one, we gave it a 3. For the spicy, we gave it a 2. And overall...
I need to reread that garage scene.
Okay, so overall, you gave it a 5 for the warehouse scene.
Yeah.
So the warehouse scene was just a 5. So that would probably fall into the content now, right? And then your other score was a 4. I gave it a 5 for the warehouse scene, but my overall score was a 3.
Yeah. I don't think I would change anything.
So you would still have 2 scores for overall, and then what score would you have for content?
I mean, probably like a 4. I mean, from what I can remember, I don't remember any like moments where I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" Or it felt disjointed, or like, yeah, I think, yeah.
Okay, 4. I love it. What's next? The Ritual. Your overall score was a 1. Your spicy
Right.
Your spicy was a 5.
Had to have been a 5.
And the darkness was a 4.
Yeah.
So what would content be?
The content? You want content? I'll give you content. How about a fucking -10? This is a great book for this new scale because the content sucked. The story had so much potential. The spice, fantastic. Some of the best spice I have ever read. It's so good. The plot, the story, the worst. The worst. It's so stupid. She repeats 10 scenes over and over in a 500-page book. And then in the last 20%, it's like, oh, and by the way, she's this Diamond Harris. Excuse me, what?
That is Madison Kate. The Diamond Harris is Madison Kate.
Whatever her stupid plot twist at the end
Or her
in
parents.
Ritual was.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't even know anymore. It was fucking stupid. It was just like, la 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 la, drug her, have sex with her slightly without consent, drug her again, have sex with her, we're gonna kill somebody now, and then, oh, your life implodes. And now I'm gonna drug you again and have sex with you again. Stupid. Hated it. You made me rant about Ritual again, Misty.
Do it on purpose.
You saw it?
I
You
know
knew.
I knew. That's why I paused before, but I had to. Okay. That's why I was like, oh, fuck.
Stupid book.
Here we go. This is going to be great. So, you want to put 0? I think for content, we can have 0.
She can have 1 because it seriously was some of some of the best spice I've ever read.
Yeah, but spice has its own ranking.
But that's it. Oh, then it's okay. Then yeah, 0, -10.
Yeah,
500,
remember we have
500.
a spicy scale. That's not part of this. This is the
love that
writing, the plot, and the story.
So fucking stupid. 0. It pisses me off every time. Every time, Misty. It makes me so mad. It's been like 2 years.
I know. So much joy. Okay. Sunshine in the Stalker. Overall, we gave it a 2. Darkness, we gave it a 1. Spicy, we gave it a 1. I'm going to give this one a fucking 0.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that you can argue about content when there just wasn't any.
And not because it was a short novella or story or whatever. Now that they changed the rules on what a short story novella is, I feel like I would call it a novella. Not because it was a novella, but because no.
Yeah?
Just no. I mean, there are words written on the paper, so I feel like we have to give it something.
0? I mean, there's words written on the paper for Ritual too, and we gave it a 0.
I'm giving you that 0 because I know how much you hate it, but that might be the only exception, okay? I don't think you're going to get a 0 anywhere else for me.
Fine.
I think okay, so we have to make the rule. If there were written words on the page, it has to be a minimum of a 1, okay?
Well, if it's a book, then everything's going to have at least a 1, Misty. Yeah, enough.
I know.
Which is fine.
Because the reason why I'm saying this is because we're going to start hitting some books, and there's going to be quite a few to be like, we didn't like it. We have to remember we have to take that out because I would give them a whole bunch of 0s. I didn't like this book. But if you think about how the character was written, the chick, I remember laughing when she's like, dude, why are you stalking her? Like, you don't need to be stalking her. You should have been paying attention to me.
Yeah.
Come up to my, even though there was no stalking, that's my problem with the book. It's Sunshine in the Stalker, and there was no stalking.
Yeah, there was no stalking.
It was a lie. So, there were moments. So I feel like a 1 is okay. I laughed at that scene. Okay. Maybe I could be making that up. Okay. Oh my gosh. The next one
Oh no.
is Perfect Strangers. So you gave it an
Oof.
overall 3. I gave it an overall 1, and I think the 5 was before the last 80%. I think my 5 was up to
Yeah.
the lilac field or lavender field or whatever.
Yeah.
For spicy, we gave it 3s, and for darkness, we gave it 1.
Yeah.
So now content.
That's gonna be really hard because obviously we hate where the story went, but I feel like she did a good job tying each element together. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you have the story that we fell in love with, and then you find out the woman is actually in a psych ward or wherever she was at, some long-term facility. But then the
Mm-hmm.
way JT wrote how she created that world, like the calendar in her room and the orderly that had the same name, I feel like that was done well. And then to have the additional twist of it being a story within a story within a story, almost like I think she did it well. Might not have liked it,
That's true. That is true. This is not
but
about
I do think
like.
she did yeah, I do think she did a good job with it. So, in my opinion, I would give the content a 4.
Okay, well then I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay.
Just because I'm not disagreeing with everything that you're saying, but we did not need like 2 or 3 tricks or surprises. Like we didn't.
Yeah.
I think that was overkill. I think that was too much, which is why I'm giving it a 3. 1 would have been fantastic. 2, no. 3, you get the score that I'm giving you. You get a 3. I like that. Okay. Okay. Now we're at Madison Kate, the Diamond Heiress. So for overall, we both gave it 3s. For spicy, we gave it 3s. And for darkness, we gave it 2. And so this is going to be hard for me because I have biases because I've read other things by her. And the Hades quad that comes after this is so much better than Madison Kate. And I love
Yeah, but
it.
interesting. Yeah, but
Can I just
you
say a
can't.
3?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I'm saying 3 because of the content. While there were some things, like you said, we didn't like, her writing was really good. The plot up until
Yeah.
that point was really good. The story, yeah, it was all good.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So I'm getting the feel that for our scale, good equals 3.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, we might not have to like it. It's not going to get higher, but, it was good enough.
Yeah, it was. Hades, oh, mwah, I love Hades. I love her Kit Davenport series. So good too. Anyways, that is besides the point. Okay, Flip Trick. We gave it. Oh, you gave it an overall 4. I gave it a 3. Our spicy
Flip
was
Trick
2, and our
was
darkness was
the
2.
stepbrother, Amo Jones.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought she did a really good job of like pace and story. Yeah, I mean, I would say, hold on, I'm getting Flip Trick mixed up with. I think I'm getting Flip Trick mixed up with Beautiful Fiend in my head.
Okay, so Flip Trick, the main 2 characters, the boy and the girl, I can't remember their names because that was such a long time ago. They meet for the first time at a donut shop because I think their parents are having an affair. I can't remember if that's true or not.
Right,
They're
right, yeah.
soulmates. They something happens, they never see each other again, and then when they're in college they meet again. And then he knows who she is. Takes a minute for them to figure it out that they were the soulmates as kids. They get together. He knocks his ex-girlfriend ends up coming back and saying, "Hey, I'm pregnant." She says, "I can't be with you because you need to he wants to still be with her, but be there for his child. And she's like, no, we can't be together because I don't fucking know why. Because this is the part that I didn't like about it. She grew up with a stepmom, so she knows how to be a good stepmom and how to navigate being with somebody who has a kid. So I don't understand why she couldn't learn from her stepmom and become a stepmom. So she's heartbroken, goes to LA, does some shit, does some drugs, drinks, almost dies. I don't fucking know. Every time they come together, they're like magnets. They have to fight it. He doesn't want to be with the woman who's the mother of his child because she's a bitch and everybody hates her. And then somewhere at the end, an MC shows up, some shit happens, and they get together.
Yeah. Like a 2? Because I don't feel, because that's, now that you said that, I didn't feel, and I might have said differently when we did the podcast, but I didn't feel like they needed to be. I agreed with you that they could have made it work without having the split.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I agree.
yeah.
But I'm going to counter that. There was so much angst in that book.
Are you? Yeah, there was so much angst in that book, and you love angst.
I
A
do
little
love
angst
angst.
whore.
So I don't know if that overrides everything else. Because I feel like angst is just one piece of the writing, the plot, and the story.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard because
I guess I have to ask myself, is the angst worth a point on its own?
yeah.
And I have decided yes. Angst is worth a point.
I like it. So you're gonna give it a 3?
I'm going to give it a 3.
Okay.
This one, Bonds That Tie. Overall, we gave it a 5. Spicy, we gave it a
5.
4. Darkness, a 3. I'm with you.
Davey.
Okay. Love that we both agreed that Bonds That Tie is 5. Because I love Bonds That Tie. So the next one
Yes.
is the Never King series. You gave it an overall 4. I gave it an overall 3. New Spicy 4-3. Darkness 3.
I would say it was. I feel like there were parts of it that I didn't care for as far as writing went. I can't remember. I think it was the sister that was a sticking point.
Yeah, Cherry or whatever her name was.
Yeah.
I think for the writing and the plot and the story, I would probably give it a 3 because I liked some of
Yeah.
the elements that she changed on the, what is it? It's not an
Like the
urban legend, the
story.
fairy tale. Yeah, the story.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing with
Oh, excuse me.
Tinkerbell, I am a firm believer that Peter Pan is a villain. He steals children. Like, she kept that. She didn't try to give them any redemption. Making it a reverse harem obviously is a point in my book. So I am okay with
Oh,
a 3. I
yeah.
wouldn't give it anything more than a 3. Now, if we were doing Devour of Man, I would probably give it like a 2. But that's just, we're
That
not
was
doing that.
so. Yeah, I did. That just went off the deep end. I don't understand what happened there.
Yeah. So we're good with a 3?
Yep.
Okay, and then the last one for season 1 is Dead Soldiers versus Tailors. Overall, you gave it a 3. I gave it a 2. For the Spicy, we both gave it a 5. And for the Darkness, we gave it a 4. This is going to be really hard because we really loved book 1 and we hated book 2. So
I
can we?
wouldn't even. Can we just like not worry about book 2?
Yeah, we can just change to Addicted to Pain.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense because
Okay.
that's the book that we reference whenever we're talking about this series. Like we don't even talk about this book, the second
Okay.
book at all, except to just avoid reading it.
So for book 1, I would say a 3.
I was
Maybe
gonna say a 3 or a 4 because I mean I do think they did it. I think she did a really good job develop. No, wait, hold on, back up. No. Hold on. I take it back. I'm gonna give it like a 3, if not a 2, because the whole reason we ended up going back to her thing and she got assaulted the way that she did is because she didn't trust the men who were actually treating her well for the first time in her fucking life. So yeah, fuck that. It's a 2.
Okay, thank you. I was waiting. Because we know that that's the biggest thing that I hate. Like when you listen to
Yeah.
somebody who's outside of the core of your relationship with whatever lie that they tell you, and I don't understand.
Yeah.
That psychology doesn't make any sense to me.
Agreed.
I struggle with that quite a bit. Okay.
Seconded.
So that is the final book for season 1. So I feel like season 1 was a good example of us to kind of like talk through this. Obviously, as we go through this new season with this new scale, we're probably going to adapt and change things as we go. But I think I'm very excited about having a new scale.
Yeah, me too.
I think having a content scale is
Mark.
going to, I think it's going to change. It's going to change the balance, not the balance, the weight between overall. And I think that that's important because that's something I've noticed over the last 7 seasons that we have struggled with overall. Well, overall we liked it, but something with the writing, the plot, or the story was like, can we really give it this score? So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Agreed.
That's exciting. It's so exciting. Is there anything else we want to talk about for the new scale?
I don't think so. Question mark?
Question mark is good.
I don't think I have anything else to add.
Yeah. Okay. Tag, you're it.
All right, friends, let us know. Are you interested in this new content scale? Do you believe that there is a big difference in the overall scale that you rate a book and what you should rate possibly the content of is? I don't know, whatever.
I hate to interrupt you when you're in the middle of your closing because I know you. So I was just thinking, do we need to change the name of overall since now it's about feelings? Or are we still okay with the name overall?
No, I think it's still going to be like our overall rating. I don't think we need to change.
Okay, sorry.
I think that's what helps. I think that's what helps with the content scale.
Okay. My apologies for interrupting this
No,
broadcast.
it's okay.
Now returning to your normal broadcasting.
Let us know what you think about the new scale and tag us on Instagram at Bones of the Story, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining us on the journey into the shadows of love, where dark romance stories come to light.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Bones of the Story as much as we did. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Your feedback means the world to us.
And to stay updated on all things dark romance, follow us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
We'd also love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, ideas, or even your own dark romance stories with us. Drop us a line at bonesofthestory@gmail.com.
Remember, our next tantalizing episode is just around the corner, so keep your hearts open and your senses sharp.
Until then, embrace the darkness and let the stories continue to stir your deepest desires.
This is Misty
and Jen
signing off
from Bones of the Story.